What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy, and I'm not very upbeat because this week has been absolutely diabolical. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong, and I've found a big problem in my team that I will elaborate on in a few minutes. But looking at that team, it still says in progress. I'm pretty sure the average will go up. I haven't got above average, I've got below average. So I think I've got 31 points because with Krul not playing, he'll automatically be substituted out for Ben Foster, who grabbed 3 points. Which brings him to 31 for a week, which is shocking. It's absolutely shocking. And that has outlined a big problem for me. A very big problem. Looking at this team, you think IRL in real life wouldn't be that bad, I suppose, for a 15-man squad. The one big problem with it though, the lack of, I'd say, lack of fluidity between the team. Because you look at this, you've got Di Maria coming off injured, Diogo Costa didn't perform. That's 2 big players gone already, and then I've got players like Williams who start to drop. I've also got the goalkeepers who are playing for teams where they're constantly going to be at threat at the end where they're conceding goals. Alan Hutton, who again has had another poor game, and again has failed to keep a clean sheet in West Ham. Aston Villa, at the start of the season, 3 clean sheets. Brilliant. Bloody hell, look at this. And you can tell everyone thought it was because of all the minuses that are coming out of his team, people brought him in this week. So I wasn't the only one that thought that's going to be a poor draw. I think it was a penalty in the end that gave it away. But looking at that, there's no fluidity of my team, and I do know when I'm going to change something this week, for the simple fact of it needs to be done. Now, what I am going to look at the moment, or in a sec, is my midfield. But first of all, my attack. I have 1 goal scoring attacker in Diogo Costa. Iosi had his spell, he's now gone back to not scoring like he had before. Berahino, he had his decent spell, he's now gone back to having some pretty awful games. And that is where there's a big problem. There is a big problem also in my defence. Admittedly, Klein, you gotta sympathise with, usually very good at point scoring. You look at that, a proven track record. He's already got 71 points for a defender. But I think you look at that, there's no big teams really. I mean, they lost one. I think they lost 1-0. Is that losing? Yeah, they lost 1-0 to Tottenham. That was a big team they played. Lost 2-1 to Liverpool. That was a big team they played. Lost 3-0 to Manchester City. That's a big team they played. I don't think, after looking at this and beaten so comfortably by a struggling Manchester City side, I don't think they will be getting top 4 this season. The simple fact, Tottenham and Liverpool, Europa League teams, and they lost against them, and they're the competition, the games you need to be winning. Everything else they've done alright. And they've also lost against City, who are top 4, well, should be top 4. If they're not top 4, it's a dreadful season for them. So I'm not sure about Southampton, but my team as a general, it's missing the point scorer that will be there consistently, I feel. Because although I've got Di Maria, Diogo Costa, you saw today, Chelsea were awful in the attack. Some of them were never going to score against Branislav Ivanovic or Chelsea. So I got a clean sheet there, I got a clean sheet there. 6 points for a captain this week as well. I could have got 14. I was about 40. That'd been a decent, okay-ish week. But no, this week was dreadful, absolutely dreadful, and it's highlighted where I thought my team was strong, just to how a few players go down, and that changes the whole team. And especially now I don't have Diogo Costa for the midweek games, it is tempting to remove him from my team. And look at that, 19,000 people got rid of him. Bloody hell. Oh my goodness. 365,000 people got rid of him. Wow, that's a lot. But we need to move on to transfers. 28 points. We need to just forget that. We need to move on. Everyone has bad results. Everyone has bad weeks. Unless you have unlimited money and have every player on your team, then you're not going to have a bad week ever. But Where I do need to change something, I believe, is the midfield. Now, Silva isn't back until the 6th, which is next week, I think. Wait, 6th? Hold on a minute. Yeah, the 6th, that is next Saturday. And he was expected back 22nd November. He didn't come back then. We're also missing Diego Costa until the 6th. Krul is back 26th of December, which is really bad. So, we could get rid of Foster, bring in Elliott. However, though, I want to do something different. I want to look at what midfielders I can get, because I feel like I wouldn't say I need an extra midfielder, I need to see what other alternatives are there. Because there is a certain player, Silva, who has been pretty poor. Very poor. And one player I'm looking at, to be honest, is Tadic. But the only reason he's good is because he's had one, well, let's face it, a Sunderland attacker that didn't have an astounding game in that game surely should have been out of the club. But for my field, I am looking to get rid of Silva, but it's not the one I want to do at the moment. I do need to look at strikers, and I think I do need to get rid of both Berahino and Ayoze. Maybe even Costa this week, because he's not going to be here. But if we're going to get rid of Berahino, max 6 million. So if we just look at that quickly, I'd say definitely this week is going to be Berahino out and Charlie Austin in. He's a born goal scorer, is Charlie Austin. He's a player that you can 10 times out of 10 rely on, and that is a player that you always want in your team. And he's a player that QPR rely on. QPR don't have a goal scorer in their team besides Charlie Austin. You look at other teams. Let's have a look at a few teams. You've got Southampton. You can get goals from all around the park. Then they could get like quite a few 10-goal season players. As far as getting 10 goals a season, Charlie Austin. All you can mention for QPR at the moment. There'll be a few that get above 10, but at the moment it's just Charlie Austin. And for 6 million, it just shows the points there. Man, I get it every week because of the teams they play and everything. But he will get you points, 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 because he's the focal point of QPR. And that to me is where my transfer has to go. I did say I was looking to bring Rob Elliott in, but I'm not sure whether this week is the week. I mean, they've got West Ham next, West Brom. That is a big game for them. Whereas you look at Newcastle, Newcastle have Burnley away. Now, although you could say Burnley aren't very good in front of goal, Burnley recently have picked up their act, got their act together, and then shoved it back into the team. And you're seeing they're starting to pick up a few goals or so, and that is positive to see. And it's also good to see the lower teams scoring goals rather than not scoring goals. But Charlie Austin coming into my team for the simple fact he is a must-have for people. I'm not sure how many people have picked him. 9.1%, £6 million for a striker is like that is a bargain. I'm just going to say that is absolute steal. But nevertheless, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. How are we doing for time? 8 minutes and a half. That is alright for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you've liked this video, remember to leave a like and also comment on your suggestions on how I can improve. I've seen a lot of comments recently on videos, and that is great for me to see. Keep it up, you know what I mean? If you like this video, leave a like. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date on my series, as these coming 2 months are going to be mental for videos. I'm just going to say that. Absolutely mental, because you've got quite a few midweek games, you've got the Boxing Day games, New Year's games, and then you also got the transfer period ending in National Jim White Day, which I am buzzing for. But, yep, like I say, just subscribe if you want to keep up to date with this series, and I'll catch you all in the preview, which will probably end up being, I'd say, midnight Tuesday release. Bye for now, and I'll see you later. Peace.
Well, you know what you should be doing? You should be you know what? I'm keeping this one. You should be subscribing to Kurtyoy, because he's a legend, and this took 2 takes, and I still got it wrong.